Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Football Town Show special. It's the inaugural Women's FAFL final between the Parra Blues and the Rovers. Before we join our commentator, Jimmy Soufis, let's go down for all the pre-game interviews.
We're here with Jodie Bain. Jodie, you must be over the moon to make the first Women's FAFL Cup final.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, we've had a hard day. It's been a good tournament. All teams deserve to be in the final, but yeah, glad we're there.
Coming into the semi-final, you play your arch rivals. You seem to always play each other in a final. Now you played them in a semi-final. Was the stakes raised a bit?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the semi always feels like a final. It's come up against, you know, every time we play them, and it's going to be a hard final now.
You played 40 minutes. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'll be right. You always pick it up for the final, so second wind.
You had a hard-fought game about an hour and a half ago for the top spot. It was a 3-3 draw, entertaining fixture. Will we see penalties?
Let's hope not. Let's hope we go for it and give it to them.
Wish you all the best in the final, and good luck. We're here with Tani, Rosekelly, Rovers Futsal, into the first Women's FAFL Cup final. After extra time, you must be over the moon.
Absolutely stoked. We've worked hard, and I'm glad we finally got the result. That was very, very, very close. And yeah.
The Rovers girls come from behind twice, end up taking the lead with 30 seconds to go by a 10-metre penalty. What were you thinking when the 10-metre penalty was awarded?
Oh, please go in. That keeper saved the penalty, the 10-metre the first time. Oh, sorry, missed the 10-metre, and that one, someone get it in. I don't want to go to pens.
The women's tournaments, there's not many of them. This is obviously one that I know a lot of the girls have been very happy to be part of. What do the Rovers girls think of this tournament?
They absolutely love it. The concept, the idea. They're just glad that finally someone's given women's futsal a go. And, you know, look at the people we've brought in. I think almost 90% of the best women's futsal players are here. And they're, like the boys say, frothing over it.
On your performance, you made a couple of massive saves. You must be pretty happy with the way you're playing in this tournament.
In patches, there's a couple of goals I've caught that I've been pretty down on myself. Just a couple of simple errors that we've kind of caused ourselves to concede against. But yeah, no, overall, we're doing well, I think, considering.
Best of luck for the final. Either way, it's been a tremendous effort to get there.
All right, thanks for having us, and we're just stoked to be here. You know, whether we win or lose, we're just happy to be at that last stage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the first ever Women's FAFL Cup final between Parramatta and Rovers. Who will come out on top? Two sides who will be vying for the first ever championship. As we take a look at the two sides, Rovers had an extremely difficult semi-final, needing extra time to oust Sydney Warriors, while Parramatta just got over MacArthur Hart. To go down to the coin toss now, Tani Rosekelly to your left, captaining Rovers, and Fabiana Perfilio to your right, captaining Parramatta Blues. Roy Cowie has a much unchanged lineup, his side getting through the group stage and final series so far relatively unscathed, while Beck Nelson's side have had a few tough encounters. Who will come out on top? Let's go down to the action and find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The first ever Women's FAFL Cup final is upon us, and Rovers will get us underway. Both sides have had very good tournaments. All four sides from New South Wales making the semi-final. But these two were the most deserving as they came out on top in their respective semi-finals. Pre-match proceedings out of the way now. We'll get into the game. Rosekelly is dispossessed there, and Joanne Saliba has an early chance. But Mel Curry does really well. Saliba probably could have laid that off and they may have had a goal. She chose to go for goal anyway, and it was saved by Curry. And now Nikki Carindale will play in Georgina Stilianu. She couldn't control it, and now Scalaro fights with Carindale for the ball. Plays a good one too with Perfilio, and it's a good save by Rosekelly, denying Scalaro there. Good interplay. Rovers nowhere near their markers, and now we'll have a corner. Parra Blues play it over the top, and Renee Tompkins was a very good effort saved by Rosekelly. Now Sarah Tim got the rebound and dribbled it out, but Tompkins was there to put the ball back out of play. As we have another look at her volley. Rosekelly doing really well. And now Yatim to bring it back in. Plays the ball back to Joanne Saliba. Oh, and Stilianu almost with the acrobatical goal. Playing the target really well, holding off her defender. And she almost found the top corner with that effort. Now it's Curie to bring us back. Jodie Bain plays a good ball down the line. Perfilio's back heel is cut out by Carindale. Now she'll bring it back up court. cut out again by Renee Tompkins, and Carindad does well to win it back, beating her player down the line. And Nikki Carindad opens the scoring in the final, doing really well, fighting for the ball down the line, winning a few challenges and toe poking it past Mel Curry. Brilliant effort. She beat Perfilio, which is no easy task, and she's opened the scoring in brilliant fashion. Well, to be fair, I think you could say it's been a scrappy start to this final, knowing what both sides are capable of. Perhaps a few nerves creeping into both camps. And the ball's cut out there by Yatim, and she dribbles through to Stilianu, and she plays in Saliba, and a good save by Curry this time. Rovers are slightly on top, which was unexpected coming into the game. I think Parramatta were slight favourites. Mel Curry doing really well to keep them in it. Now it's Monique Kofoed playing the ball down the line, cut out that time by Bain. Now it's Perfilio. She plays a good long ball, which is again cut out by Kofoed. Now Stilianu. Her pass cut out by Perfilio, and she's going to go right past Anne Saliba, playing in Jodie Bain, and Rosekelly can't get across. And Jodie Bain, who is on fire in this tournament so far, is assisted by Perfilio, who beat Anne Saliba, reaching in, and Jodie Bain finishes it, and it's 1-1 now in the final. Bain changes a 1-2 there. And Trudy Camilleri, who's been brilliant in front of goal, almost gets another. Parramatta slightly getting on top now. They've wrestled back some momentum. Trudy Camilleri perhaps held it for a second there, could have set it up for a goal. As Rovers starting to make some uncharacteristic errors, perhaps a little tired. Good long ball over the top, and Bain again. Great ball though in the first place by Lauren Dedusco. And Jodie Bain arriving late, almost found Camilleri. Now Trudy Camilleri, she cuts inside again and has a good strike, but Rosekelly somehow held on to it as we're going into half-time at 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Both sides using the first half really to just feel each other out. It's 1-1. A few mistakes made by both sides. They will surely be ironed out by the coaches in the second half. As we recap what happened in the first half, Rovers opened the scoring through Nikki Carindad, beat a few players down the line before toe poking her effort into the bottom corner. She won the ball there off Tompkins, beat Perfilio before rifling the ball past Curry. The crowd really loving her opener. And it could have been 2 for the Rovers as they did come out of the blocks a little quicker. Joanne Saliba had her shot saved by Curry. But as the half wore on, Parramatta grew stronger and stronger, and they finally started to get back into the game. Perfilio beat Anne Saliba very easily before laying it off for Jodie Bain, who's had a wonderful tournament. Stay tuned for the second half, ladies and gentlemen.
Ultratage! Philhan Ultratage in 10 seconds. Scored Fitzroy's first goal of the Night B-League Premiership.
And driven through, and a big save there by Monique.
Try Metro, they had to go for it. So below, it's a run to Parra, so it's a good safety for it.
And Yulka Avdic, who scores an absolute ripper of a goal. Lascaris knew nothing about that.
Hi, I'm Dana. You're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Well, welcome back to the second half now, ladies and gentlemen. We open up with a free kick here for Jodie Bain. She plays it across to Scalado. And Tani Rosekelly has made the ultimate of mistakes. Rose Scalado puts Parramatta in front. Her shot didn't have much pace behind it. And Rosekelly probably could have caught that, but she punched it up into the air and into her own net. It's 2-1 now to the Blues. Free kick now for Carindad. She plays it in. And Christy Bryan has her efforts saved fantastically by Mel Curry. A brilliant ball in the first place from Carindad to pick out an unmarked Christy Bryan, and she would have thought she scored for all money. Brilliant keeping there. Now it's Bain. She plays a long ball, which is blocked by Urkanchi, and she wins it back, and now it's Christy Bryan who couldn't force it out of there. And there's been a handball spotted out. It's actually going to be a penalty. As we have another look at the replay here, Urkanchi pressuring Bain. Christy Bryan's shot came off the hand, Bash Francis. As we have another look at the replay, Very hard to see, plenty of bodies in the way, but the referee's call will stand, and it's going to be Anne Saliba to step up and take on Kowie, and she puts it away to level the score. A very good penalty from Anne Saliba. Was it there, was it not? It's very hard to tell. There's plenty of bodies in the way. Anne Saliba won't mind. She strolls in and puts it away, and Rovers are back on level terms. Now it's her country who loses that ball, and it will go into Ash Francis. Francis, the ball goes all the way back, and it's a good shot there from Dedusko. She came in late, and she had a good strike, which I'm not sure if Rosekelly got a hand on or not. Camilleri, long ball, headed down by Dedusko. Now it's Camilleri again. She tries a little nutmeg pass. It didn't work. Oh, and there's a back pass picked out there. Kowie had the ball stuck under her. And, well, she's just gone and picked it up. Not sure if she knew if she could or not. And Anne Saliba now will stroll in. And she somehow picked out a gap at the near post. In fact, she didn't. It was actually off Jasmine Kent. So it's a pass in the end by Saliba. Looks like Kent was standing right next to Kowie. And Saliba's shot was off target. Deflected in. And Rovers lead 3-2. Now Bain. She'll play in Scalado. Parramatta now with work to do. Kowie. Good long throw there for Camilleri. She gets enough contact on that one. And Tani Rosekelly has to make an acrobatical save. Brilliant throw by Mel Kowie. And they've almost created an equaliser out of nothing. Now it's Bain again. The ball goes over the top and it will fall now to Camilleri. Has been such a goal threat in this tournament so far. And she almost has another one. That shot saved there by Rosekelly, falling to Carindad. And now it's Anne Saliba who will clear it very long. Jasmine Kent brings it down, lays it off for Urkunchi, who played it in for Anne Saliba. And Scalado's effort is gone straight into the path of Phyllis Urkunchi. And she has a brilliant strike, stinging the hands of Mel Kowie, just denying another goal. Parramatta under a lot of pressure at the moment here, Urkunchi. Now it's Anne Saliba controlling it. Ball won back by Jodie Bain as she bursts away. She'll play in Trudy Camilleri. And Camilleri levels us up once again. Brilliant work by Jodie Bain in the first place to win the ball back from Anne Saliba. Running onto it. Did all the hard work, and Trudy Camilleri just had to beat Tani Rosekelly, who she wrong-footed. And we're level once again. Well, we're trading goal for goal in this one. A piece of magic is what's needed at this stage. Here's Scalado, who wound it up, and Rosekelly making a save again. Not sure if that one was on target or not, but Rosekelly taking no chances whatsoever. Now from the corner, it's Camilleri, Scalado, and Perfilio, and oh, somehow, Fabiana Perfilio has gotten that in. The ball looked out for all money, and that is surely goal of the tournament. Sliding in and finding the top corner. Tani Rosekelly was blindsided by Dedusko, but it matters little as we have another look at this one. What a strike from Perfilio. That could be the goal that wins Parramatta the tournament. Kowie now has another pass cut out that time by Kofoed. Monique Kofoed winning the ball back again. She passes straight out to Scalado, who's seen a lot of game time in this final. Rose Scalado turning it over, and a good toe poker. She's brought down Kaylee Doyle with the chance there, and a long throw almost found Trudy Camilleri. Kowie's throws have been spot on in this final. Camilleri just needed the contact, and it would have been 5-3. Time running out now, 2 minutes. Tani Rosekelly did really well in the semi-final to get it there, and now Dedusko will round her up this time, and it's 5-3. A turnover from Jasmine Kent allows Lauren Dedusko to get in and make it 5-3. Rosekelly's pass was good, but she took too long on the ball and a poor touch, which in turn allowed Dedusko to round Tani Rosekelly and fire into the empty net. It's 5-3 now to Parramatta. Can Rovers recover? And Kent almost hits back immediately as she has a venomous strike through 3 Parramatta bodies. How on earth did that get through? Now Mel Kowie. Speaking about her throws earlier, she could almost do no wrong with her throws. Tani Rosekelly now down the line, and it's a great strike there by Monique Kofoed, and she pulls one back. Rovers desperate to get the ball back to the middle after conceding a soft goal. Rosekelly laid it off. No one tracking Kofoed, and it's a poor goal to concede from Kowie. We're back to 1 goal the difference. Perfilio now from the kickoff, dribbling through, and Camilleri, she's put it just over in the dying seconds. Perfilio did really well before laying it off for Camilleri. Her shot, did it take a deflection? Hard to tell from here. Dying seconds here, a free kick. It'll be taken by Monique Kofoed. Time is running down. Kofoed will stroll in and belt it, and oh, it's a brilliant save that time by Mel Kowie. And now it's laid off. And Anne Saliba, surely that could be the equaliser. No, it's not. It's been disallowed. Joanne Saliba has been ruled out of that goal, and Parramatta win the tournament in controversial circumstances. She is not happy at all, and do you blame her? Did the ball cross the line? First we'll have a look at Monique Kofoed's shot that won the corner. That could have been the equaliser in itself before Anne Saliba's shot. Here it is. We have another look off the post, off the keeper. Oh, and it doesn't look at first reaction that it's crossed that line. We have another look at it. So it definitely has not crossed the line. We'll have one last look at this one. It went the wrong way, and that's not crossed the whole line. A good call by the referees. A very tough job, and a harsh call too. It could have easily been given a goal. Well done to both teams. What a tournament they've had, and what a way to finish. It came down to the very last kick. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We hope next year will be bigger and better as we leave you with the presentation and the interviews.
Cooper just deftly chips the goalkeeper. And Cooper with a lovely finish to put the Vic Vipers 3-0 in the lead. Oh, it's a good save by Blaine. What a finish! That's a lovely run and finish from Sonacool. He's put a 2-goal buffer with 1 minute left on the clock. Oh, it's a big save from Goran, and it's a double save.
And Eric Umber so focused through all of them. Their firepower really coming off.
Hi, I'm Nat. You're watching the Futbol Town Show. Go Futsal!
I just want to thank everyone for coming. We've got probably 90 to 100% of the best players in Australia, and our Kiwi friends that come over, thank you very much. You're welcome anytime. To the girls in Australia, we're devoted to growing the sport. We're going to run this every year, so hopefully we see you all back next year. Now to stand up to get it done. 2013 Women's FAFL Cup Champions, Futsalroos. We're with Parramatta Blues coach Roy Cowie. Roy, you've been coaching women's futsal for a long time. What are your thoughts on this tournament? You've been to a number of tournaments. Is it everything you thought it was going to be?
Oh, I think it's more. I was really surprised at the venue. I know it's a smaller court than we used to, but I think it does improve the technique of players playing on the smaller court and get some closer ball skills. And actually, I prefer playing on the smaller court than the 40 by 20 that everyone seems to be raving about.
As you can see, we've got some of probably the best players in Australia at this tournament. Obviously, the girls wanted to come and play. Is that a great thing for the game? A great sign for the game, or is it something that is because there's limited number of tournaments for them to enter?
Well, firstly, we have got the best players in Australia here. They've all come to this tournament. I think the way the tournament structure is at the moment, one of the biggest pluses in this tournament and the other tournament in Sydney, as opposed to Canberra, is it doesn't take a week of your time and a week accommodation. The thing that brings everyone back is you've only got to come down here for a weekend and you only have to have accommodation for 3 nights. You don't have to stay in Canberra for 6 nights to play at a competition you could play in 4.
Another thing, we've got both sides, Vikings, FFA, at this tournament, united on playing the game of futsal. That's what it's all about. No politics, no agendas. Do you reckon that's had a big influence on getting all the best players here?
Definitely has. I'd like to thank Oz Futsal and Nike for sponsoring this tournament. I really think this is the way to go. I like the idea of only women at the venue and no outside interferences like 19 boys, 16 boys and men. I think because they put on a solo only women, that it'll just grow and grow.
We're here with Monique Kofoed. Monique, Parramatta Blues are always a tough side. Came back. What are your thoughts on the game?
Look, we always knew going into the game, both teams wanted to come out and win. We knew Parramatta were going to be hard and we knew they were going to stick it to us. So hoping that the 2-goal lead was going to help us out, but they were just too strong in the end and they ended up coming through and getting us there, which was a bit of a shame, but nothing you can do.
A question I've asked every girl over the weekend. We don't have many women's tournaments, many events where we film the games and you guys are the limelight. What's your thoughts on this tournament and basically having the best women's players from all over Australia and New Zealand?
Look, to be honest, I think this is one of the best run tournaments I've actually been to. In saying that as well, you've got a great bunch of girls from all across the state. I think this should be held more often than once a year. I think the girls will agree with me on that as well. So hopefully we can get a few more of these up and running because the girls love it and it really brings all the girls together and shows the real limelight in them.
30 seconds to go in the game. There's a shot. Ball hits the crossbar. Was it a goal?
It was a goal. All I'm saying is it came off my foot. When it came off, I knew it was in, and I was celebrating because I thought it went in, and then I see everyone playing, and no goal. But in my opinion, it wasn't.
Obviously, you must be proud of the girls to get to a final. It's been a tremendous tournament. It's been hard fought the whole way. You had a tough battle in the group phases. Now you played in the final. But you must be extremely proud of your girls.
Yeah, the girls did so well. Everyone was tired. I felt everyone was getting heavy legs and getting a bit tired, but we all pulled through. I mean, the final, I could say it's probably one of the best finals I've ever played, and the intensity was so good. Everyone pushed through, and yeah, unfortunately we didn't get the win, but everyone did really well.
How good is it as a player to see 9 other teams stay to watch a grand final in a tournament? You don't really ever get to see that, and the camaraderie of you girls in this tournament has been fantastic, and it must be great as a player to know that your fellow mates have stuck around to watch the final.
Yeah, it was good. That's probably the best feeling that you see all your fellow teammates and other that you play against, watching you play, cheering you on, going for you, just giving you that extra push that you need. It's one of the best feelings.
Joey, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Wish you all the best back in New South Wales for the remainder of the season, and we'll see you definitely next year. Captain, MVP, championship winner. Fab, tell us how good does it feel to win the first ever Women's FAFL Cup final?
It feels unreal. Like, we were expecting quite a hard competition, but it ended up being something that we thought, you know, it blew our minds, especially being on TV or on the internet, and it's just been a surreal experience.
30 seconds to go. Joey's got the ball, hits a shot, cannons off the crossbar. Did it go in?
I don't know. I could say either or. You know, I thought he hit the post, but at the end of the day, you know, I think my heart dropped for that second, and when it went out and our keeper got it, I think I was feeling better. Then there was only 10 seconds left, and we just got it out, and yeah, so it was great. It's always hard to come back against the Rovers. They're such a great team. They've got a lot of players and very fit young players, but I think we all know that in futsal it always comes down to the last minute or the last second of the game, and even if we were down 5-0, we still had the heart and the soul to continue on and hopefully get a win or a draw, in which we did, so it was good.
You got Cowie in your corner. He's an experienced campaigner, keeps calm, tells you to put the shirt on. What are you thinking?
I'm just hoping he knows what he's doing, but you know, I've been with Roy for many years now, and yeah, I have faith in him. He knows what he's doing, and we have to always trust in Roy. Roy's a great coach.
I don't know if you noticed in the final, 8 other clubs were here watching the final. You don't ever see that in a tournament where girls stick around to watch the 2 winners. They normally go home, someone's upset, they lost, didn't make it through, but to see all other 8 clubs here supporting the final just shows how much camaraderie there is in the women's game.
Oh, definitely. Like, it was a great atmosphere here. Like, I didn't expect it to be so many people here, and I think that, you know, the turnout and the girls as well, even the girls that lost in the semi-finals and played all in the draws, I thought it was great to see them out here and enjoying their time here.
Deserved MVP. We want to wish you all the best back in Sydney for the remainder of your season, and we can't wait to see you in 2014.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for having us.